Sinubukan lang ang lupa. Wala nang lipatan. Wala na kaming pupuntahan sa ibang lugar. Kung hindi dito na.
Alring Pagong is working on the wild rice field that her son has planted in the hills of the Philippine island of Mindoro. She and the rest of her tribe of indigenous forest-dwelling Alangans are now fighting to hold on to their ancestral lands and traditional way of life. The sound of exploration drilling can be heard in the once serene jungle of the Alangans. The partly Norwegian-owned company Crew Minerals is exploring the jungle of the Alangans in the search for the valuable metal nickel. Roughly 100 square kilometers of mining concession land lies in the heart of the Alangan ancestral lands. When large-scale mining operations begin, the Alangans will lose their lands and the forests they depend on to keep their traditions alive.
Kaya ang lupa namin ito ay saan naman mangyayari, hindi kayo papayag na sisirain ng anumang tao o dayuhan. Mahal namin ang aming lupaing sinilangan. Yun nga po ang problema, yung nagpunta nga po ako doon upang parating din aking maminsay dahil sa tingin ko sila ay mga mayayaman na. Tapos yung aming ari-arian dito sa Mindoro ay kukuhanin pa nila. Di, paano ang kalagayan namin kung sakali na ipagpatuloy pa nila yung kanilang proyekto. Mahirap na kami, tapos sisirain pa yung aming lupay ninuno. Paano kami nauunlad?
The Alangans have lived well in their forest for more than 20 generations. They practice swidden farming and plant wild rice, vegetables and fruits. The forest gives them the rattan they need to make their famous woven handicrafts. Crew Minerals claims the land is unsuitable for farming due to the poisonous nickel that has made the soil infertile. The forest people were once coastal dwellers, driven into the mountains by the Spanish colonial conquistadors. Now they face eviction once more, not by 16th century conquistadors, but by a multinational mining company with its roots in Norway.
Yan nga po, baka gumising yung mga kaligasan. Yun lang aming kinakakutan. Yung mga aming alaman, baka may na kung pinagminga na. Hindi na mabuhay. Yun lang aming katakutan.
The lands of the Alangans have an important spiritual significance, in addition to the fact that it sustains them. The Alangans are animists and consider every part of nature to be sacred and inhabited by spirits. They also see themselves as an integral part of nature. The burial grounds of their ancestors are especially sacred to the Alangans. In spite of this, Crew Minerals drilled in the middle of one ancient burial ground.
So pag nung natandaan ko, pinasukan yung aming libingan upang alos ako umiyak sa pagsagasan nila doon sa mismong libingan ng ginalan nila. Sa isip ko, ganito pala yung pagmimina, hindi na halos ginagalang aming kultura. Kahit libingan na, pinapasukan pa nila. Samantala yung sinasabi nila, yung libingan ay ginagalang.
Crew Minerals convinced the Alangan leaders to place their thumbprints on a document granting them permission to explore the land for nickel. But the Alangans claim they were lied to and misled.
Yung pinapirma yung mga tao, sabihin nila sa paliwanag doon sa sinasabing mga kasunduan. Yun na, bago nabasa yung mga tao, yung pala'y nagkaroon ng isang kasunduan na hanggang sa pag-iwan ng mimina. So yun ang hindi namin natuklasan pala gayon ang ginagawa, isang nakita ko parang hindi namin lagay yung ganung mga panluloko.
Crew Minerals plans to strip mine the Alangans' land. After removing the topsoil, Crew will extract a roughly 10-metre deep layer of nickel ore before sending it to a processing factory on the coast. Local opposition to the Crew mining project is strong on Mindoro. The local government in Oriental Mindoro is opposed to the project. Crew Minerals claim they have local support for the project. Governor Alangan disagrees.
No local official has given support to the nickel mining project. all of us, the local officials, the governor, the mayors, the congressmen or legislators of this province, all of us have signified our opposition to this project.
The province of Oriental Mindoro enacted a 25-year moratorium on all mining activity in 2002. They will use this to stop crew.
In fact, we are preparing a legal action against Crew Minerals Corporation for violation of our mining moratorium ordinance. They would insist that it is the national government that gave them the permit to explore, and that a mere local legislation cannot supersede a national law. But we are prepared to test that matter in court. We're going to the court precisely to test the validity of our ordinance. And we're confident that we can defend the validity of our legislation. Because the issue is protecting our environment, protecting the welfare of our people.
The governor fears the proposed crew mining operation will create severe environmental problems.
The source of our massive flooding here is also the site of the mining activity. So we are apprehensive that if they operate large-scale mining in that area, it will further aggravate the flooding problem in our province. And that will practically inundate main population centers and agricultural areas in our province. The proposed mining site is a watershed area. And under the law, watershed areas are supposedly off limits for mining activities. That is in the law.
Of the few forest-dwelling indigenous people left on the planet, many struggle to protect their way of life in balance with nature and their right to roam the forests they depend on. The Mangyan Alangan tribe has made their last stand against the modern world in the hills of Mindoro. They are determined to fight for their rights and heritage against the multinational Crew Minerals.
Ang aking mga apo, nono, lolo, dito lang tumitira sa mga lokal dito sa mga lugar. Ngayon po ang aking binabantayan ang libingan ng aking mga ama at ina. Yun nga po ang mga ambin niya aking ama ay awag po naman sila ng mga gubat. Yan po naman ikalawang aming babantayan.